Hello again, you're watching Kay Burley at Breakfast. 11 people who didn't make it onto last week's evacuation flight from China's coronavirus epicentre have now arrived back in the UK. The group, made up of British nationals and family members, joined the 83 people already quarantined in staff accommodation in Arrowe Park Hospital on the Wirral. Let's talk about it in more detail. Awaiting them over the next 14 days. What could that be in quarantine? Joined by Kharn Lambert, who was part of the group evacuated from Wuhan on Friday. He's been in isolation since then. Hello to you, Kharn. Thanks for joining us. What's it like in isolation?
It's very strange. It's quite weird being home but not being home, and also being sort of locked in, almost by like being back in Wuhan, really, where we can't really get outside certain perimeters and go further. So it's a bit of a weird feeling, really.
Others arrived last night, I think, didn't they? Are you allowed to interact with them, communicate with them?
Yeah, they arrived around midnight last night. We haven't seen them yet, and I'm not entirely sure what the process is or what the protocol is on having contact with them. I do believe that they have been put into a separate area in the building, but again, we've had no information on that yet, and I'm pretty sure that we'll receive that information today.
I wonder how you're managing to entertain yourselves during the 2 weeks of isolation. I read somewhere that that PlayStations and Barbie dolls were being shipped in.
Yeah, we have a lot of very wonderful people on the Wirral who are donating kids' toys, who are donating things to keep us entertained, books, playing cards. And yeah, we do have some PlayStations and Xboxes here. But most of this stuff is coming from donations from people on the Wirral, just to try and keep us entertained, really.
Yeah, I think Grandma's with you, isn't she?
She is, yeah.
How's she doing?
She's okay. The traveling, the 40-odd hour traveling or 30-odd hour traveling wiped her out a little bit. So she's been in her room for the last couple of days trying to catch up on some sleep and sort of come back to back to reality, really. But I spoke to her late last night before I went to bed, and she's in good spirits again now.
Glad to hear it. What happens when this is all over?
We don't have any information on that again. I'm pretty sure that they will give us that information closer to the time of being released from this facility. But I'm sure that it will be, go home, try to sort of get some good rest, and then obviously plan for the future. Nobody knows exactly what will happen beyond leaving here in terms of sort of going back to China, etc.
Will you go back to Wuhan, do you think?
I probably will, yeah. I have a job over there, so it's not easy just to sort of up and leave the job. So I probably will, but obviously I will follow the advice of our government and I will follow the advice of the Chinese government, and I will follow the situation closely as to when and what time I'll go back.
In the meantime, you're being well cared for here back in the United Kingdom. What about the staff who are there, who are looking after you? I mean, do they have any protection on their faces, or are they just chatting to you normally? How does that work?
Yeah, they're all being told to wear protection, i.e. masks and gloves when they're in the communal areas. They do have their own sort of office where we're not allowed, and that then allows them to take off their equipment and sort of get, breathe normally and etc. But they've been absolutely fantastic since the moment we arrived, and we can't thank them enough for everything that they're doing for us at the moment.
Indeed so. And as you say, Gran is doing okay. What about some of the others, the 80-odd or so others that came over with you from Wuhan at the end of last week? Everyone fit and well, just bored and ready to go home, I'm guessing.
Yeah, everybody is in good spirits. As you can imagine, it's not the best of circumstances, but we're all trying to keep each other's spirits high. We're playing jokes on each other. We're having a laugh when we have the chance to see each other. Last night we played some cards and we had we had a laugh. But yeah, nobody's showing any symptoms. Nobody's complaining of any illnesses at the moment, which is good. And fingers crossed that will continue to be this case up until the day we get to leave this place.
Okay, well, you look after yourself. I'm glad to hear that your nan's doing all right. I know that she has respiratory issues, doesn't she? And you were very worried about her at the time, but it sounds as though everything's proceeding normally again now. So glad to hear that, Kharn, and you look after yourself as well. Thanks very much indeed for continuing to update us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.